nowadays commonly we are hearing the major problem is vitamin D problem.
Okay.
And so many software people and so many people are taking vitamin D injections and capsules every day. What is your opinion about this vitamin D?
See, if we go deep into the food, actually there are 4 types of food which exist in the world. There is a food called as the food which comes directly from the God, the zero world food, that is the sunlight. Then there is the food which naturally grows in the nature in the form of fruits, vegetables, lentils, peas, grains, and that grows in the nature under God's spirit. It naturally grows. If you're eating that food naturally, yes, you will be healthy. And most important is the food which directly comes from the God. From the God, the food which comes is the sunlight. Sunlight is the food which has shown so many benefits. Till 1970s, when we were going out into the sun and going out into the fields, we had a good sun exposure. We were not having much diabetes. The prevalence of diabetes was very, very low. There were rare heart attacks. Rarely we hear about some cancers, or maybe at that time autoimmune word was maybe not discovered or very less heard. So we were not having, but such lifestyle changed, and now we live more mainly under the roofs, under the ACs, and we are developing so much diabetes, so much hypertension, so much cancers. So the thing is, if we study vitamin D, now the data has come up that if your vitamin D status is very good, you will not develop diabetes. If your vitamin D status is good, your atherosclerosis reverses, and the chances of you're developing heart disease goes down. Vitamin going out into the sun decreases diabetes. There is no multiple sclerosis in your body if your vitamin D level is very good. If you go near the equator, if the center of the equator, there is no multiple sclerosis because their sunlight exposure is very, very good, which means the autoimmune disease goes down once you go into the sun. And the best medicine known to the mankind for the allergies and the asthma is again vitamin D. If your vitamin D level is good, your asthma and the allergies goes off. So you can see now the data is coming up that everywhere there is vitamin D which is useful. And I told you vitamin D is the food which comes from the zero world, that is the sun. Sun is the god of our solar system. So I think it is good to have some exposure of vitamin D daily.
Okay, which time is better to go to sun in India?
See, there are many controversies and many myths about the sunshine exposure. Sunshine, see, India is at a certain latitude, at an angle to the sun. It is not the center of the earth. India is at a certain angle. We are little far off from the sun. So sunlight contains many types of rays, out of which infrared rays, UVA, UVB rays are different. They have different functions. But to develop vitamin D, first of all, what is vitamin D? Vitamin D is not a vitamin which is produced in the body. It is a hormone which the skin produces once it is exposed to the sun. And the best time to go out into the sun is not the morning hours, which is commonly people think that it is commonly said that morning time is very good to expose you to the sun. But remember, in the morning the infrared lights are more, infrared light is more and the UV light is less. So if you need to develop vitamin D from the sun, you should go out into the sun in India from 11 AM to 2 PM. Now for how much time you should go? The time is, if you know how much exposure to the sun makes your skin little red, you start developing little itching. If you know that time, for example, I develop itching when I go into the sun for half an hour. Then 1/4 of that, which means 10 minutes of sun exposure with 30% of the body covered and 75% of the body uncovered, and this much exposure only 3 times a week is enough to give you a good healthy status of vitamin D in your body. to keep your bones healthy, to keep you free from heart disease, to keep you free from diabetes, to keep you free from cancers. You need vitamin D. That is the God's food.
Okay, this is the vitamin D importance.
Yes.
Okay.